Welcome back to map 2 between Insomnia and Fire. This time it is cross positions on Turtle Rock with Insomnia, the Bulgarian human player in yellow spawning in the bottom right, and Fire, the German human player, spawning in the top left. So Fire leading 1-0 after a pretty cool first map on Secret Valley, which took about half an hour, and 2 level 6 heroes before it ended. And Insomnia is going for the top building placement. So a lot of similarities, of course, between those two human mirrors. As you know, there obviously was always sort of a meta game in Warcraft 3. Then again, I wouldn't exactly call this a meta game building placement, but I guess there's a bit of a reason to it. Let's see if the second farm, yeah, he's doing the exact same building placement that Todd did. Of course, this best of 5, I'm casting them in the same order that they were played. So this took place like one day, I think, after the best of 5 between Todd and Mew.
Job's done.
And it's even the same spawn positions. Fire with the AM and Insomnia with the AM. Once again, Insomnia with the scout farm on the other side of his base. We've seen the same thing on Secret Valley, where he did build a scout farm at the bottom left side of his base. This time, excuse me, both are scouting and both are gonna find that it is cross positions, so potentially another long drawn out game. Then again, maybe not. Second footman out, AM out, 3 militia called by Fire, and 3 militia called by Insomnia. Where's the second footman? Alright, he's sending the second footman across the map immediately to chase after the scout of his opponent. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength for Fire, and Cloak of Shadows for Insomnia. And yeah, the scout sees what's going on here. This time it is Fire who's using his militia to continue creeping here, but Insomnia is doing the same thing. So let's see if we're gonna see the same creep routes with a natural expansion being taken third this time as well. Claws of Attack +6 for Insomnia, and Claws of Attack +6 for Fire. Arcane Tower being upgraded already by the German. The Bulgarian is playing without the tower early on, and he's pulling the militia. So we'll see him taking the natural expansion, which means he's gonna be level 3 unless he'll be distracted by Fire, but it looks like he's not going to be, since Fire is doing the exact same thing. Both of them creeping here more or less similarly fast, taking down the giant sea turtles first and following it up with the kill of the gargantuan sea turtles. In the meantime, we can see Insomnia just making sure he's not missing anything unexpected by building the scout farm here, so he'd of course be aware if Fire went for the spawn position right next to his main base. Big heal potion for Fire, Scroll of the Beast for Insomnia. Tier 2 tags started for both of them, with Insomnia being slightly ahead because he didn't invest into the tower, and let's see if he's going to be punished for doing so. Fire Scholar sent back his first footman immediately. He's taking a lot more damage here while creeping, so Insomnia doing a better job there. And therefore he's got more footmen in this fight here, but Fire's getting a decent angle here. Both of them taking a bit of damage here. The low HP footman is coming back. It looks like Fire might be the first one to actually lose one of his footmen, whereas Insomnia so far doesn't allow his opponent to get anything killed. Looks like even the second footman is going to die here, unless... no, he's going to die. I was about to say, unless Insomnia ends up blocking his own AM with his footman, but that's not the case. Therefore, decent engagement here for Insomnia, picking off 2 footmen, which is, you know, definitely more than he could have really hoped for in this particular case. Shop coming for both of them. Fire's base, I think, should be open here for heroes to enter. And Insomnia is not wasting any time here. I think he just sold the Scroll of the Beast, keeping the Cloak of Shadows for now, which of course could be helpful eventually if he ends up getting surrounded. Pendant of Energy for him, again like on Secret Valley, whereas Fire is actually applying some pressure here, so I'm not sure if he scouted that there was no tower. If he did so, then yeah, nice to pick up on that. And he's going to try and punish it. The first peasant is already falling, and he's gonna get a little bit more damage done. Second one falling, third one is gonna fall as well. Level 3 or level 2 water metals casted by level 3 IEM. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Tier 2 has been reached in the meantime. The IEM here buying a heal potion. Actually now the Scroll of Regeneration is coming in handy, but Fire now in return is taking some damage, losing 2 of his footmen, but killing 1 of Insomnia's footmen in return. And oh, he's getting both of these footmen stuck, so Fire losing all of his footies, whereas Insomnia still has plenty of them, using Call to Arms right now. Panda second picked up by Fire, Firelord second picked up by Insomnia. Interesting choice here. So let's see what he's planning to do with that, because in the super late game that one is definitely not going to be as great of a weapon, you know, just given that there's going to be lots of priests out eventually. So maybe this is just a reaction to Fire losing so many of his footmen there, and Insomnia wanting to capitalize on that immediately. But at the same time, Fire is already building 2 Arcane Sanctums with power build, whereas Insomnia, suffering from this harassment, is just building the first one right now. He does not have the lumber to get a second one, and it's gonna take him... Well, let's just hold that thought. Maybe he... Okay, he ordered it already. So he's taking a bit of damage. His Arcane Sanctums are gonna be a bit later, but probably nothing game deciding. Just continues creeping for now. Fire DE, it looks like, wants to keep the pressure up, surprisingly. Would have expected him to maybe take 1 or 2 creep camps until these casters really come into play. But he's, as I just said, continuing the pressure immediately. Of course, with the lava spawns, Insomnia can creep very, very efficiently, as they split rather often when just battling creeps and not really having to be microed carefully. So the Arcane Sanctums have now finished, whereas the first 2 priests are already out for Fire, and he's gonna try and yeah, do some more damage here. He's probably going to be forced to exchange town portals here. Once again, Call to Arms has been used. 3 militia again have fallen. Breath of Fire is coming in. 4th one has fallen, and he's doing so much damage here. Insomnia losing the bulk of his economy here right now. 6 militia are remaining for now, 7 actually. But they have to even be evacuated. I think town portal is going to be pulled any second now, as there's not really anything remaining that the German can achieve here for now. The footmen, for no real reason, attacking the shop here. 2 of them falling. 1 priest is going down. And now the Panda is taking plenty of damage. He should probably pass the TP. He's actually passing the big potion, but he doesn't even need to use it. And even another footman is going down on Insomnia's side. And as we can see, this is already affecting Insomnia hugely. As you can see, he's barely able to build anything. He's got his Goldman running again, but almost no lumber economy, which doesn't hurt him too much at the moment because he's got his tier 2 buildings finished already. And Fire DE is following this up with an expansion. He's got plenty of casters out already, whereas there's only 1 breaker for his opponent at the moment. The heal potion is still on the Panda, which is going to be used right now. The Firelord is forced to move away. And level 2 for the Panda of Fire. Yeah, okay. Casters are microed properly. First breaker is out for Fire as well, and now Insomnia is starting to try and do a bit of damage to these peasants, but it's too late. The expansion has finished already, so this is putting Insomnia into a very awkward position. I think he's gotta try and keep the pressure up while already being down by 10 supply. More and more casters will be produced eventually, of course, thanks to the economy advantage that Fire DE has gotten himself into. So yeah, Panda and IEM have taken a bit of damage. The heal potion has been used in the meantime. There's no more town portal for Fire, but there are 2 heroes Okay, heal potion used by the Fire Lord now as well. There are 2 heroes and 2 units right now for Insomnia, but he's actually splitting his lava spawns off here, trying to do some damage to the economy, but the Water Metal of Fire is there as well, and the next one is floating over there as well, so he's taking care of this aggression here pretty decently. Militia are being called right now. I think he should really start investing into some breakers at this point. This spell is coming in just as the lava spawn was about to split. Pretty important, of course, as he doesn't really want to get snowballed by those. And the panda is actually... Wow, is the panda gonna fall here? Yeah, he's actually getting the kill on the panda, which might be a means of Insomnia to get back into this. AM has to fall back as well. Insomnia is doing a pretty good job at always keeping Fire's heroes low. But at the same time, we do see Fire getting closer and closer to the 50 supply mark. The water metals are being clumped up here, and therefore easy targets for the Dispel of Fire, who gets rid of both of them, which is going to give his AM level 5 with the next kill surround attempt by Insomnia, but that's not going to work out. New lava spawn and new water metal are being casted. The pressure is actually still really rising on Fire despite him having the expansion. As we can see, plenty of peasants have been taken down in the meantime by the yellow army as well. Another level 3 water metal is coming in already. Still no Dispel, by the way, for Insomnia, who's trying to keep the pressure up, but so many of his breakers are low HP. Let's see if this one is going to be taken down. It's not. Insomnia is getting out of there without losing any more units, but I think his time to pressure has now expired, and the question is, how is he supposed to follow this up? Level 5 almost AM, level 3 almost Fire Lord.
I smell magic.
As I said when he bought it, he needs to get some impact done with that one immediately. He's gotten some decent damage done, but still now the expansion is running. Now Fire is hugely ahead supply wise. And, well, the only thing that's kind of giving Insomnia a bit of hope at the moment is that the panda is still quite far away from level 3. At least if Fire Gust doesn't get any more creeping done. But then again, I think Insomnia with the 16 supply disadvantage at the moment is not going to be able to prevent Fire from leveling his panda as well. Fire's already scouting even the very unlikely spots for counter expansion. And yeah, he continues creeping right now. AM should be moved out of range here in order for the panda to get the maximum amount of XP, and he's doing just that. Tier 2 still for Fire. Insomnia, is he even gonna bother creeping? I'm guessing not. He's just coming in at the expansion again, trying to once again do some damage. XP tome for the panda as well as an energy pendant. And Fire is more or less in position to deal with this aggression here. Panda is falling back. And yeah, all of the breakers are coming in right now. Once again, no upgrades for either of the players. Soul Burn going onto the panda. Level 1 Soul Burn, already minus 18 damage. But of course the panda is not really a heavy hitter. It's all about the Breath of Fire. And as you can see, that one is doing the job right now. The priests of Insomnia have to be repositioned, which is what they're doing right now. But the next Breath of Fire hits nicely as well. Insomnia trying to do some damage against the AM, which has to reposition. And now the casters of Fire actually are a bit exposed. At the same time, the AM doesn't have any items, gets killed. GG by Insomnia. Go Echo Isles 2-0 for Fire against Insomnia. And once again, we might be looking at a 3-0 victory if Fire is able to take the third map as well. In this one, yeah, Insomnia was just trying to cut corners with taking before getting the tower. At the same time, I guess if you do so, then you need really good map awareness, and he was out on the moving towards the top right side of the map when Fire was going for the aggression. He was able to punish that heavily, twice even. I think the second time when he moved in with the panda, he did even more damage. After that second push, Fire was down to 24 supply. Insomnia was down to 24 supply against Fire, who was producing casters at full capacity, getting his expansion. Insomnia getting one of the heroes with the strongest immediate tier 2 impact, which is the Fire Lord, and tried to apply a lot of pressure in return, and he was somewhat successful keeping the pressure up for a while, but not able to break the expansion entirely. And afterwards, Fire was in a huge lead and securely finished the game. Therefore, he's leading 2-0. And, you know, as you were able to read, we're going into the third map, which is going to be Echo Isles.